just going to blend that in until I have a gradation of value from light to medium to dark. Now that is not the total rose, that's just the start of my colors in that petal. I need secondary color down here. This is a turning color at the very bottom, and so I'm using this gray because it's a curve, and because there's a curve, it's a little bit darker above. I'm going to take a darker color and put that above, and you can see I'm stroking that color in, and I definitely don't want to leave it like that, so I'm just going to soften the top edge of that with those short choppy strokes that go around the curve and at the bottom. So that's more or less blended in. I'm going to take the mop and kind of soften that around. Okay, well, I've almost neglected this side of it, but there's a curve on this side of this particular petal. And I have to get my cool color on this curve, and on that, as I did on that curve, I'm going to put a little bit of dark next to it. I'm kind of adjusting my color here because I don't think some of it's showing up as well. Okay, I'm going to apply that and blend it in on both edges, blend off it a little bit. Now, I know there's a shadow in there because I happen to have studied this rose before, so I'm just going to go ahead and put my shadow in, which means it's going to be dark to medium to light. Now that doesn't look like a shadow at this point, but by the time I get the flip of that rose in, hopefully it will look like a shadow. Okay, now I'm ready for flip of the rose, and I think I'm going to have to get a little bit more black out in my palette. Almost using black up. It doesn't take much paint to paint a small area like this, so you can tell by my palette I haven't mixed a lot of color. I've mixed it just really a small amount. Usually I don't have to brush mix like this, but I played around my palette too much. Okay, so I'm going to complete this petal. And I know you can't see that, but when we get a dark next to it and a light next to it, maybe you can see this petal start to fall into place. And I'm still following that same principle of color, placing my colors side by side and blending them together. Now this is hopefully, let's see this petal come to life with this little bit of white. Blending as I go. I think I better change to a smaller mop. I have large mops and smaller mops, and they're for the purpose of smoothing out the colors that I've already put on. Okay, I can see that well, I can see a little bit better. I can see that petal above needed a little bit more light. And I'm just going to apply that now while I'm here. And I can see that this might need a little bit more white to make this stand out. So I'll just restate that, blend it just a little bit more, and you can see I'm using long strokes, kind of blend that. Okay. Let's go ahead and move on to this flip, which is just about the same as that other flip. So that means we'll take our gray and put it on this edge. Now this is a cool color, which will make this flip turn. I'll use a dark color next to it.